community under attack.
That's right.
And are creating fear amongst our community members. Families are afraid to go to school and take their children to school. They're afraid to go to work. They're afraid to move about the city, doing day-to-day labor. This is a labor issue. You are not allowing hard-working people to go to work. Vecindarios 901 stands against the authoritarian abuse of power that calling up the National Guard represents.
Yes.
We admonish this action, as an operation of white supremacy and fascism.
Yes.
This is a clear intent to create a white nationalist ethno-state by over-policing and racially profiling and incarcerating immigrant, brown, and black community members in Memphis, Tennessee. Vecindarios 901 is a grassroots community organization made up solely of local volunteers fighting for the rights of local community immigrants. We take a stance against racial profiling and government intimidation in our community. We stand against the separation of families, and we stand against the criminalization of immigrants. Vecindarios 901 is a rapid response hotline to report local immigration enforcement activity in Memphis, Tennessee, and Shelby County. We provide important information to community members so that they know their rights. Memphis is watching closely. And we will not tolerate the unjust separation of working immigrant families and black and brown families in our city.
My name is Amber Sherman. I'm the Tennessee lead organizer of Black Voters Matter. We need opportunity, not occupation.
That's right.
And I want to talk a little bit about what that looks like.
Tell it.
So although so many federal funds have been removed from the city of Memphis that would actually give us opportunity, just last year, the official Black Lives Matter Memphis chapter made sure that over 300 students went to therapy for over 6 months and received wraparound services that lowered the youth crime in the city. Just this past year, the Collective Blueprint increased their youth economic development programming in partnership with the city to make sure there were wraparound services like child care stipends, emergency transportation support, make sure they had mentors so if they didn't get the job that they wanted, they were able to still get further skills with a mentor to get that opportunity they needed. That's the kind of investment that we need. We don't need the military. We don't need the National Guard. We need investment in the city. We need a county commission that's brave, that votes for a tax increase to give more opportunity to us. We need a federal government that puts more money into affordable housing. Because y'all burn up all our houses from these outside investors, and then don't put anything in place to make sure that we keep getting all our housing in place. We need child care options and child care subsidies so that folks can go to work. They get a good paying job, they can make sure they can show up and on time. We need actual and tangible investment into the real issues for poverty eradication. We do not need military occupation. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Claire Gardner. I'm here as the Community Engagement Director for the ACLU of Tennessee, as well as a resident of Memphis. I want to thank all of the elected and community leaders who have gathered here today to bear witness to this moment. This is a moment that will record President Trump and Governor Bill Lee on the wrong side of history if they do not change course.
That's right.
On Monday, Trump signed a memo that threatens to turn our beloved city into occupied territory rather than the community that we love. While Trump cuts funding for the health department programs and boys and girls clubs that actually keep our streets safe, he's doubling down on the same heavy-handed tactics that broke trust in our communities for decades. Memphis folks know that real safety comes from empowering the community, not intimidating it. Real safety comes from investing in neighborhoods. It comes from building state-of-the-art schools with extracurricular facilities. And from providing mental health services when people need them most. Memphis has been having tough conversations and working on making changes in policing, like the Integrity Policing Initiative. But now, Washington wants to undo any progress that Memphians have made for Memphis. This memo potential deportation and arrest at the very moment when our jails and courts are already critically overwhelmed. The ACLU of Tennessee is working through the legal implications and coordinating now with local leaders to protect residents' constitutional rights, because Memphis deserves better than failed tactics dressed up as federal intervention. In Memphis, we have built something strong here, and we will not be intimidated by Washington's heavy-handed approach. We are demanding that President Trump and Governor Lee stop this planned military occupation of Memphis. But if they fail to listen to reason, then the ACLU of Tennessee will consider every legal option available to us. We will be prepared. We will not be scared. Because, as we say in Memphis, we don't bluff. Thank you.
So I'm going to be brief, particularly as it relates to this. We know that is what the guy who occupies the White House is attempting to do. He wants to influence the midterm elections. And I'm going the chair of the Shelby County Democratic Party to offer some brief words, and then we're going to talk about the resolution.
You know, my name is Willie Simon. I'm the chair of the Shelby County Democratic Party. But today I'm here to speak as a citizen because I'm going to tell you right now, we're witnessing the actual dismantling of democracy. I mean, we really have to go back and look at ourselves too in this whole process. Is because what I hear across the community is people saying everybody that's saying no is just saying no. But what I hear here is people that are saying no, they're saying yes to something else. What they're saying no to is having some Band-Aid, federal Band-Aid on something that should be happening surgically across our local and state governments. What we hear no to is not having some instance where somebody shows up for shock and awe and then walk away and leave the same problems that they said they came to fix in the same predicament that it was in from the beginning. So what we're saying to as citizens, whether you're on the red or blue side, everybody's got to get behind something and say, look, at the end of the day, if Memphis fail, we all fail. We got to start holding this thing to be, this is not just a Memphis problem, this is a Tennessee problem. Because guess what? The rest of the country is looking at us and saying, what are they doing in 901? But guess what? It can happen in 615. It can happen all over the nation. And what we have to do is start standing up and saying, you know what? Instead of us concentrating on the no, look at the yeses in this crowd. Everybody in this crowd represents the yes. We're saying yes, we want investment. We're saying yes, we want to make sure that our kids can go to school safely. We're saying yes to the fact that when we look at our buildings that are crumbling around, our streets crumbling around us, we're saying yes, that we want our taxpayer dollars back on our streets.
That's right.
This is what we're saying yes to. The no is having a surrogate solution to come in place that is not really going to address any of the issues. We don't need Band-Aids. We don't need federal fixes. We need local focus. And so as we leave this place and as we leave this, all these great speeches, I want you guys to go home and introspectively think about what you're saying. When I see the stuff on social media saying, well, we got a bunch of loud voices saying a lot of loud things. But I think we need to get together and say, you know what, every voice, if it speaks the same thing, if we really, really want our city to be united, if we really want to see the greatness of our city, every voice, whether big or small, needs to say the same thing, and it'll be a beautiful concert.
So the members of the Memphis City Council have put forth a resolution to urge Governor Bill Lee to reject President Donald Trump's current proposal to send the National Guard troops or the Tennessee State Guard to Memphis. I'm going to go through the resolution. Whereas President Donald Trump has signed a presidential memorandum mobilizing the National Guard to Memphis. Whereas Per the Tennessee statute, through the governor has been given the powers to call the National Guard into service. The Memphis City Council may also request the support of the National Guard by adoption of the resolution if there is a breakdown of law and order or a grievous breach of peace, a riot, resistance to process of the state, or disaster or imminent danger thereof. And whereas the Memphis City Council does not find that the circumstances currently meet the threshold outlined in the Tennessee Code to enlist our troops into service. And whereas the Memphis Police Department recently reported that overall crime in the city of Memphis has reached a 25-year low as of September 2025. Whereas studies indicate that the militarization of law enforcement, such as those with weapons, attire, and tactics of war, do not enhance public safety or reduce crime and put law enforcement more at risk. Whereas sending the National Guard as a tactic to address local crime blurs the line between military and law enforcement and threatens the long-held precedent established by the federal law, which bars federal troops from participating in civilian law enforcement. Whereas many members of the National Guard here in Tennessee also serve in local law enforcement or as first responders. Whereas any removal of local public safety personnel and resources threaten the progress that has been made and reduces our capacity to prevent, deter, or solve crimes more directly and efficiently. Whereas the deployment of the National Guard has cost taxpayers in D.C. and Los Angeles more than $1 million per day, an amount that would be better used to provide mental health support, violence intervention, and other services and programs actually proven to reduce crime. Whereas it is the perspective of the Memphis City Council that support from National Guard troops is currently unwarranted, and our public safety needs will best be met by further investment into existing localized strategies. Whereas the Memphis City Council stands ready to honor our oath of office by upholding the Constitution. Now therefore be it resolved, the Memphis City Council urges Governor Bill Lee to reject President Donald Trump's proposal to send the national troops into Memphis. Now further be it resolved that the Memphis City Council authorizes council attorney to take whatever legal action necessary to oppose the occupation of the National Guard. And I would be remiss if I did not add that on the 23rd, this elected body will meet at the City Council chambers directly behind me.
Yes. 4 o'clock.
At 4 o'clock. If you are a person who's concerned about our democracy, concerned about the federal occupation in our communities, you're concerned about your loved ones having a suspended license getting stopped and the worst happening, you should come to City Council meeting on the 23rd. If you're someone who generally loves people, you should come to the City Council meeting on the 23rd. If you're someone who believes that our young people deserve opportunity, not intimidation, you should come to the City Council meeting on the 23rd. As we say in Memphis, pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. And at this time, Councilwoman Green and members of various organizations behind us and standing with us, locked in arm, are ready to take questions.
Reagan Copeland with Channel 3, what would you say to people in the community, because of course we've talked to them, who are in support of the National Guard and say they don't feel that crime is down and they don't feel safe? What would your message be to those community members?
I would ask them to look at facts and not feelings. Yes. I would ask them to understand that the Guard that will be called up are our law enforcement personnel. That's who makes up most of the National Guard here. That will further put us behind. We do not need troops in fatigues with armed guns and tanks. What we need is our police officers to be able to do their job. And so if you're actually thinking that this will solve crime, you don't understand what the root causes of crime are, and you don't understand the implications of what is happening here. What it will mean for our local authorities, fire department, sheriff's department. In addition to that, there are times where we as a nation have to understand that things have gone too far. We are at a critical point here in our country. We are seeing free street speech restricted. We're seeing tanks being put on city streets. I'm not going to be safer with a tank next to the Chipotle. I'm going to be safer when we start actually investing in our children and in our communities. So for everybody who says they want to feel safer, I say step up. What can you do? Can you mentor a child? Can you help pick up some of that trash that's causing blight around your neighborhood? What can you do to make your city more safe? The National Guard isn't going to do it.
That's right. Go ahead.
With a press conference like this, and so many beautiful people out here expressing themselves, where is our mayor?
That's a question for him.
This is the next question. I have a mayor that I love as a black brother. That's a Democrat. See, we got to get off this black and white thing. This is corruption. We have a black man that's a black brother, that's a Democrat that voted Republican for Trump. Ms. Walker, you said that our citizens of Memphis, as the tanks come on the ground, that they would be in the house. They're already in the house. Our thing is, we know they're coming. Let's stop stressing and talking about stop them from coming. Let's get our system together for black men that have misdemeanor driver's license that's corrupted and messed up. A lot of things in this city have been designed. And what's going on today, Mr. Politician, if you all knew this going on in this city should have been shut down. We should have had meetings like this years ago.
Yay!
Now it have led up to destruction. I'm going to say this here. We can have all the money in the world to come to Memphis. $7 million came to Memphis.
Yay.
But even if that little amount of money was spent on the Memphis, Tennessee, and black population, we have a problem.
That's right.
We got to stop
Doctor.
letting our white brothers take advantage of our black educated men in this city.
Yay!
Y'all are not standing up. We got fraternities brothers in here crossing each other out. It's not standing up for blackness in this city. Yeah. We got, where the ministers at? Y'all talk to me, man. Where's our black ministers at in this city?
Absolutely. I want to be abundantly clear about something. In this moment, I have to look at it in two different perspectives. One, I want to be very direct with the people of Memphis. We don't want this.
That's right.
We didn't ask for this.
That's right.
So this is the resistance. But also, we have to be very mindful of what the reality is.
What is reality?
The reason you see so many organizations standing in this moment, because there's been conversations happening all across the city about how we can come together. If there's any silver lining in this moment, is the fact that these organizations have locked arms and decided that we're going to do everything we can with the investment we have to support people who have suspended licenses, find ways to address the transportation issues in our city, because we want to put people in the best position possible in this unspeakable time. This won't be the last time you see us in this moment, but just know that there will be meetings happening with organizations all across this community trying to find ways to put people in a better position.
Right.
You guys kind of questioned the legality of deploying National Guard troops in the resolution. Is the city or state leaders, are you guys heading to pursue litigation about this and actually bring that up in a lawsuit?
Well, so I am a lawyer, so I'm going to answer it like a lawyer, which is it depends. And here's what that means. I have been in consultation with constitutional scholars across this country this past week. I have been talking to my alma mater, Georgetown, has a constitutional advocacy and protection organization institute that is led by a former Assistant Attorney General, Mary McCord. And I've talked to the Public Rights Project. These are Yale, Harvard, NYU trained lawyers specifically in constitutional law. And we are looking at absolutely every avenue. But it's going to depend. Let me tell you, every day it changes. I know the people of Memphis are asking us, what's this going to look like? When are they going to come? We don't know. Every time I turn around, Bill Lee says something different. First is he's not considering it. Then he is considering it. Then it's going to be for 30 days. Then it's going to be indefinite. Then they're not going to have anything that looks like police powers. Then they're going to be military police. I don't know. And I have to wait till they get here and they start terrorizing our community before I can talk to you about what challenges we can make, whether it be on the state level or the federal level, and what laws we will file under. But just know, the fight is not just at this press conference. It is not just at City Hall. It is everything we can to fight back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is this a repudiation? Is this a repudiation of Mayor Young's strategy on the resident?
I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to speak about any other elected official. I'm going to speak about the people here today.
Yes.
The people here today saying, we don't want this, we didn't ask for this, you can go somewhere else, but not to the city of Memphis.
All right then.
Let say one more thing.
Go ahead.
I think that it is really important that what people understand is everybody has a different role. And me and Councilman Smiley and Councilwoman Pearl Eva Walker and others who are signed on as co-sponsors of this resolution, we represent people. And the people that we represent said we didn't want this. So this is our job. We are doing our job. And I should say, somebody said we don't bluff. I think that was ACLU. Look, there's another saying we have in Memphis that I like to quote all the time. Zebo says, where I'm from, bullies get bullied. And so that's what we're doing here. We're not backing down.
We ain't backing down.
There was yes, ma'am.
For our electives, we know that tourism has taken a massive hit in D.C. the past 30 days. Have there been any conversations with our economic focus groups like Downtown Memphis Commission or Memphis Tourism?
Absolutely. We just received some statistics yesterday that I've shared with the council and the mayor's office, exactly the economic impact that has happened in D.C. It's been devastating to tourism, to restaurants, to all kinds of places in their normally thriving economy. So I have shared that, and I'm hopeful that the Downtown Commission, the mayor will take care of it, or our Memphis Tourism. We need people to understand there are lots of ramifications. Economics is just one of them. And for me, it's low on the totem pole. What we actually need to be concerned about is the erosion of our rights and our freedoms under the Constitution.
Yes.
And we're going to take 2 more questions, then we're going to wrap it up. Go ahead.
We're melting.
Talk about what's next for the resolution and what that process looks like moving forward.
Absolutely. So on the 23rd, this body will meet in the committee meeting. During the committee meeting, public safety committee meeting. Okay. So it's under general government during, I think, the 9 o'clock, when I'm late sometimes. But during that time, the council will take up the resolution. Councilwoman Green, myself, Councilwoman Walker, and Councilman Warren will be asking for same 9 minutes. Not because we believe that it has to be done right now, but we believe that the people are demanding it to be done right now. If the council listens to the people who elected them, we will have the same conversation downstairs right behind us in the council chambers at 4 o'clock. And we'll be asking the council to pass this resolution with the added language that federal personnel not be allowed to occupy city-owned assets, particularly the buildings. 2 more? Oh, 1 more. No, we got you already. New people. Go ahead.
Right. So I'm hearing a lot about the things that y'all have to put in place as opposed to this when we talk about the investments and different programming and different supports that we can have in the community. How do, I guess, community organizations that want to be aligned and a part of this resolution or a part of the change in Memphis, how do they get
I know where you're going. Then if your organization wants to be in line, you're on the wrong side. Stand with us. Stand with us. Last one. Right here. We already got you, brother. Yes, ma'am. We haven't heard from you.
Yes. So this week, Governor Lee pretty much signaled that he is in support of the National Guard coming. I know that you all said that you are proposing this resolution for him to reconsider. In the event that he still decides to go ahead with the National Guard, what's next?
So I would say this. What we have consistently heard from some of our elected leaders is we have a line of communication with the State House, with the governor. We have a line of communication with the president. They're not listening to the people of Memphis. If you look at their press conference, there was no one from the city of Memphis at their press conference. There's no one in the city of Memphis deciding what happens to us. If they decide to come, is that your question?
Yes.
What
What
are we doing if they decide to come? These group of individuals and many others are going to continue to organize. I've had a conversation with the clerk trying to find ways we can get people license reinstated, trying to find ways we can address the insurance issue, trying to find ways that we can address the low-hanging fruit, because we know inevitably there's going to be one of us with a minor issue that is going to cause serious problems for them long term. We have to be prepared as a people for what is and will come. We are ready. Thank you all. Ready to go. Ready to go. Ready to go. Ready to go.
Now they did bring the cross
Sir, God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Be safe, okay?
Yeah, they ain't gonna come back to you. They ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna ask you if y'all can't ask.
Nice seeing you again. What's your first name again? Alexander. Alexander. Okay. Wrong. Alex. Wrong. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's such a nice place, and everybody's so kind. I'm very
You
glad.
haven't met in person. No doubt.
You want to take it? Okay. Thank you, thank you. Let's get something behind my house.
1 hour.
1 hour each.
Yeah. 1 hour.
Thank you.
Alexander, nice to meet you.
Y comenzar a saber que entre nosotros mismos nos tenemos que cuidar. Me dio mucho gusto ver a una cara conocida, un hispano, varios estudiantes que también forma parte de todos estos grupos de apoyo, que también levantó la voz, que también estuvo presente, también estuvo